This is the I Know podcast where we're all about healthy debate, honest conversation, and talking beer junk. Information, knowledge, observation. This is the I Know podcast. I-N-O, information, knowledge, observation. Also, I know nothing. Big up a Malik Romar, a Malik Kofi. Big up a Malik Producer D, a.k.a. Mosey. He a.k.a. is his actual government name. Anyway, but yeah, we here in Rubadan Studios. Tremor Labs. Rubadan Production. Right? And we got somebody that I would say is got enough slashes. Actor / producer / drummer / piece of idiot and the piece of idiot. There's influence, all them other things. So use the man I don't want to bring ever since.
Mad. Again, on.
This Nelson, or as he's more popularly known, Nelieux.
Right.
So we gotta talk. Cause
alright, so where we starting? Let me start this thing.
Dizzy thing.
Sip the coffee here, so first.
Dizzy thing be, you are one of the most, and Mosey use the word nicely, one of the most eclectic people that
I like that word.
That I have ever.
Thanks, Mosey. I like that word.
That I ever met.
Right.
I ever even heard of, big
right.
man. That everything that you do, they got a certain level of genius to it.
Mad.
And because of that, I want to get to the core of like your psyche, how you got there, your childhood, etc. Right. So I want to start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
How you grew up,
right?
And thing. Mm-hmm. So I guess we can start primary school, but and then we can move up.
Right. Well, I was born in Trinidad.
Oh, I thought you were trained.
Yeah. As a Bajan, but I was born in Trinidad.
Right.
Right. And I came here. As a baby and was not. My first school was Maryville private school. Went there for like 2 years, I think. And then I went to Wesley Hall from class 1. And then from Wesley Hall, that's where I started drumming. I was in class 1, and I forget that guy called Mr. Withers.
Yeah, he teaching music.
All right, he was. I was in music class, and he was just like, "Can anyone here play drums?" And me and like 4 other guys went up. I'll never forget this day. I was in class 1, and the man called me up, and he was like, "Okay." So everybody went and played like a pop beat, like do, 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 do. And I went up and played and the class was like, "Wow!" I was like, "Oh, I could play drums," and that was like one of my first times playing a drum set. I was like, I could play drums, and from then on, bro, it's just like drumming, and yeah, music started from there. After that was Cawmere. And obviously, Well, wait, before we get into Cawmere, what was it like living with Admiral? What was it like? Well, when I was younger, I didn't really. I grew up around music. That's the thing. I grew up around music, like all types of music. So I grew up hearing a lot of the old soca music, a lot of disco, a lot of funk and that sort of stuff. And I also grew up seeing a lot of artists passing through. Like a lot of artists be. Like I used to see a lot of the artists.
Like through your house? Or like...
Yeah, coming through to the house and stuff like that. A lot of the DJs, like that some that on air now, some that not on air, coming through, practicing and was not. Doing kadooment from like 3, going on trucks and stuff like that, and watching, being around that DJ culture, seeing the men carrying up the big speakers, the big horns, some weird talk. That's a different terminologies, man, that a lot of people know wouldn't really get. You remember? I don't know if y'all know about the man going the 12-inch records in the drinks. Yeah, in the drink. That was crazy. It used to be like it was a task just watching these fellas just pack up the truck before the gigs and pack down his stuff. So yeah, I see a lot. I just grew up around music. I used to see a lot of artists and a lot of stuff growing up.
But the piece of idiot that in you got is a direct, I guess you ain't far from a tree. Because he's a piece of idiot too.
Right,
but he's using it in the right way.
Right.
In terms of his communication to get, information from his guests, etc. that we see on festival stage, etc.
Right.
But when it was just in raising you though.
Right. I mean I both my both.
Sorry. What? Yo. Keep pointing, man.
I just read his lips.
Yeah, I don't know.
He talking to you, Roma?
I can't hear you. I can't hear him more.
He can.
Watch out. Yeah, watching my kid, but hitting it a couple times there.
Me?
Right there.
Okay. This
Yeah,
here.
just push it forward a bit.
Oh, you can still hear me good, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Look at your level.
Yeah.
Again, right now.
From here, this might here.
Not sure. You can test it.
1, 2. Yo, you good?
So where to start back from? Or like there was parts that was off that you can hear, or
No, it was just that when it tell you stop.
okay, cool.
Yeah, that easy.
Right.
That easy.
So give me a clock.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulty.
But yeah, right. So I was saying, that piece of idiot Gene, you was seeing
Piece of
that,
idiot Gene.
like the way that he would, sometimes communicate with people and like get under the skin and things.
Thing about that is that actually started later on. When I was
Really?
young, when I was young, festival stage and that sort of stuff didn't exist.
Right, but I mean that
His
part.
personality
that's
was
how
still
came
what it
to,
was,
but
though.
I the critiquing and stuff for artists and stuff like that I saw later on. Like I would say early Cawmere. I didn't get that. I didn't see that.
So it's your fault.
Probably or whatever, but I didn't really see that thing.
So his character that we would see on festival stage is not the same in terms of fatherhood.
Right, Admiral Nelson is different from the father.
I think it's almost the same. I think it's almost the same. It could be. It's not going to be how it is with the artist, obviously.
Right.
But it could be more. When I was young, it was daddy. You
Right.
know what I mean? So I got the daddy figure, but it's got elements to leak off. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie to you, right?
Yeah.
When I imagine, if I had to imagine the Nelson household be you, Admiral, and Anthony in the same house is like a catastrophe, baby.
Catastrophe.
Like just men just looking. I know some like when it got idle hands, big man.
Right.
It can either go into something completely beautiful or it can be something catastrophic.
Over the wall,
So
yeah.
I don't know, like the trio one in one place be, but I guess it ain't really what people expect it to be.
I think as we got older, it probably would have turned into the show that people would be seeing in their head and was not. But growing up, when I was young, it wasn't really that.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, he ever like, I don't want to say discouraged you in folly, but he never really like was there to tell you, okay, well, this is some form of nonsense. He'd probably help you mold into creativity.
I always had my own thing. Huh? I always saw what I wanted to do and thing. We always butt heads. And because of how I would approach stuff, how I would deal with stuff. You have his way, the older generation head hard and so on. So
Yeah.
So he would encourage me in certain things, but obviously if I don't go his the way he expect, it would be a talk. It was not.
Oh,
I would listen.
Right.
But
you do your thing.
But I would still sometimes I would like, okay, cool, I get what you're saying, but I will go my direction and do what you're doing. You know what I mean?
See. Okay, but well, back to Cawmere then.
About the Cawmere. Cawmere.
The golden years.
Golden years, boy, where to start? When I actually, growing up, and when I was in primary school, I wasn't really hearing a book. I didn't understand the Cawmere, the family, what Cawmere really represented.
The fraternity.
I didn't really understand that. It's only when I got there, like after my first week, I was like, after the first week, I was like, oh, so this is where I belong. You know what I mean? Because when I found out I passed for Cawmere, I actually passed for QC. Because remember, I had these zone things.
Yeah.
But then I put that down or whatever, so I was like, okay. And then when I went Cawmere, I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I could deal with this here. And when I see the music and the stuff that was going on, I was like, yeah, I like this. I could deal with this. Cawmere was interesting. I called the Eggies and trouble there, boy. I do something good. Shake.
Yeah, did it?
I do something good shake, boy, there, boy. Call the I guess some y'all were there at some points, but I can remember, boy. I can remember when I first saw when I was in first form, and Bobo was singing on stage, and I was like, yo, what he was doing and how the people react and stuff. I was like,
You
I
ain't
like
Cawmere?
that,
Yeah.
Bobo?
Yeah.
He came for sixth form. I only found out after that he only came for sixth form.
Oh,
'Cause
sick.
when I was in first form, he was in lower six or whatever.
Sick.
And I saw, I was like, who is this Bobo? And he was always got these end of term concerts and things like that. Had
Right.
Drake that was dancing. I was like, I could do that. I could do something similar because I grew up, mimicking Jackson. I started dancing from 8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went into Cawmere, I was like, so they like this sort of stuff here, and it was not, And then one day I was in the music room, first form, and Bobo came in to sing or just practice with the guys with Dwayne Hope and another guy called David Haynes. And they had like a trio. They had this trio, this jazz trio. Another guy, he's called him Pinky. I can't remember his real name. But they were practicing. I was in there on some drums and thing. And Bobo was like, yo. And he used to call me drummer. I was not. And then he saw me dancing. I don't know if it was like same lunchtime or somewhere. And it was at the end of term concert in first form, like second term or something. The man called me out on stage. And that was when I realized, I said, I like the stage. I like the stage. That was it. Bobo.
So what he asked you to do?
The man said something like, you see this man here, so I could bring some here, so that I want to know about. My guys call you drummer or something like that, he said, come on here, drummer. And I went up, and I remember Dwayne Hope was on the keyboard, and he sampled, dum, 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 dum.
Yeah.
That beat play. Similar, that beat, yeah. Playground rhythm, correct. And I had dance to it and stuff like that, and the crowd went mad. And then from then, every concert and stuff that, come out, I will always be a part of. But Bobo was the first man to call me up on the stage.
That's
Cawmere,
crazy.
Yeah. Before that, the other people that called me up on stage, I was a little kid and I was in primary school still. And they had back in our time, tent. And I went to a tent with my family and was not. And they used to got a kids' night where they would call up kids on stage that got a talent or whatever. And I remember KB Queen was hosting. And he was like, anybody could play drums? And I was like, and I went up and I had play. And that was the first time I played in front of a big crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I had about 9. I was like 9 or 10. And what I remember I went up against this guy, his son, Burrada. I think he died. Yeah. But his son we kind of had a little battle on stage, and he played a beat. And I remember I played first, then he played after me, then he played after me. When the first time he came on, he played a beat. And the crowd went crazy. And I remember I was like this here, so one in my head, like, what I could do now? And I always remember when I came off stage, my dad looked at me and he was like, don't ever do that. Don't ever hold on your head like that, B. No matter what, don't hold on your head like that. And I was like, okay, I get that. And that was something I used to remember all the time. So yeah, we went to Cawmere, do some good shit there, left some stink bombs in the hall.
Some what?
Stink bombs. Man, fart bombs, I remember them things used to press and used to blow and explode.
In the hall?
Listen, let me tell you something, right? One morning, I'll never forget, this is one of the many times I nearly get sent home. One morning, me in the hall, and first of all, get school early, everybody running about, and so fella bring school some stink bombs. I was like, you was them? And when I bust, it smells so stink. I was like, yo, we got bust one of them in Purse. We got bust one of these in Purse. And I carry one now, so everybody walked into assembly now. And I carry one, and I press it and drop it, so and the thing pop. And the whole school evacuate the hall, dog. Now, that was not the reaction that I don't want. The reaction I don't want was some man to hold the nose, and I laugh at the man, But the man run out the hall, frightened girls run out the hall screaming. I think I was like, what? Wait, what you know do? So I run out with him. I run out with him, right? Going to myself, I ain't getting home about. And then I remember that your boy was going back in, and I go back in quick and check up the thing off the ground, the empty stink bomb, and mess up the window. And I remember, boy, Mr. Small man called me in the PE room upstairs. Nelson, that was you. I said, me?
Wait, what year this was? Yeah, what year this was?
So far, you
I had to book second or third for him, boy. And I said, me? So, nah, man, me, boy, I'm me. And I went out die hard. He said, sir, no, sir. He said, I always get accused of these things. But that wasn't me. But what I remember, right? It could have been turned off for a phone call. What I remember was the next week was the inter-school swimming, the swimming sports or whatever. And it was school swimming sports, not in school. And when I was swimming, when I was about to think, somebody in the crowd let off a fart bomb. I think it was a felony Devon or something like that. And he get blamed for the one. I check me, see, sir, you see? You see? That time went wrong, you know.
But why Smart would think it's you though?
Because now some man has said to see me and the fellas playing around with fart bombs that morning.
Oh, okay.
Right?
But you already had a reputation at this point.
Man, don't know that's to do shake, man. I say right there.
Right, so you, but how did teachers had know you though? You had a bad reputation at the time?
Bad relative. Bad is relative. Bad ain't word. You just know Ren is a little different. He a little harder. He would risk something like that. Mm-hmm. But I had 1-2 teachers supporting me, and then I had the majority that was like, it's you, you know, it's you. But when after the other guys had left the fart bomb, the pressure was off me then. But I remember in my yearbook, in my thing book, in the graduation book, I admit to almost everything, to a lot of things.
But they can do no.
You can't do that. You can't be seen. Come and ask. You can't do that. Good. But yeah, that was that. I remember putting my boxers on the flagpole.
What do you mean?
This was.
What do you mean?
This was. We had the flagpole. The guys on the flag.
Yeah.
The flag. I look at it and say, yo. My boxers would look good up there. You know? And I had some purple ones, man. I don't know how to put them up on the thing.
Wait, I want details. So you took off your boxer and put it on a flagpole, or you brought a boxer to put on the flagpole?
I took off the boxer. I'll put it on the flagpole.
So this is be impulsive.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is a plan, you know. This is a plan.
It don't be a day before night. It's be any moment.
Nah, because you said you stay at school late, you get bored.
So this alright, cool. This is after school.
After school, like around 5 o'clock, 5:30. You know when it get empty, go 1-2 people.
I thought this is like during the school day.
No. You go, if you're doing shit, you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart.
But you had an audience when you was doing these things. You have an audience.
I had only like 2 people. Only like 2 people with me because the audience was the next day when people can school and see your pants. So you come school the next morning, people like, this boss is taking up there. And what the funny was, I didn't come school the next day, and a fella named Raymond Tate get blamed for it.
Oh, Jesus, peace me.
Raymond Tate I ain't, what?
How is blame a man?
I didn't know how he get blamed.
He
get blamed for it for some reason, and I was like, oh.
So I confused. So you like took down the Barbados flag?
It didn't have on the flag. It didn't have on anything.
Okay, it was bare.
Yeah, so I just took it on.
Cool.
Pull it up.
Alright, cool.
I was like, that look nice out there.
I wish the flag was there. God.
You wish the flag was there.
Make sure the flag is
hold it nicely, you know.
I feel that would have been more cruel, boy. Let me see. How's the thing? I remember my last day. I wonder if they ever see it, but I remember when I left school. I behind there was a curtain that's open, and then but then there was a curtain that's blocking the wall. I put Nelson big and bold on that. I just put Nelson big and bold there. So I say I know the day they ever fixing this stage or moving the curtain and move that, they could see my name. Another one was they was doing some work at Cawmere, and the cement was fresh, and I dig Nelson in one side, I ran in the next side. And that time we had Vera Paris.
Jeez,
Vera called me to the office. Renee? No. Now, why would you find it necessary to mark your name? Me? You know me? Me, sir? Sir, why would I put my own? Why would I do that?
But I think that makes sense. Like, why
would I do that? Why would I say, sir? So you tell me, I say, sir, somebody do that. They know that I would get blamed for it. That was not me, sir. I get away, boy. At one point, if you had to let me real bad, like, I would be walking through, we skipping class and we walking through the school or train, and Vera Paris called me a time. He said, come here. Could you tell those boys to get to class? That time I see. Hey, buddy. I the head person there. I was giving a guy. They said, could you tell those young men this one? I said, sir, got you, sir. But you know what I mean? I used to represent in school and like, in music and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So had a good relationship with some of the teachers.
I think teachers probably knew, like, you knew he was about music. It was always going to be about music.
Yeah, for sure. I actually, at one point I wanted to be a pilot, you know. I really wanted to be a pilot. I was really into aviation. And that's when I really got confused, because when I get to that point of choosing, and they made me choose between like science and music or Spanish and music, and I didn't really like Spanish. I really like the languages. Well, no, I didn't like Spanish, not the languages. French was was
French
helping
is shy,
me.
though.
And I can deal
French
with
is
that.
shy.
It's such a beautiful language. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
nice,
yeah.
but
But
it
you
sounds like a
understand
retarded man. It's like a real idiot when I
Very
talk it.
silent, here's the thing.
So
Yeah.
I remember I had to choose between that and the music and was not. And weird enough, during school, I didn't choose music in the end. I chose the
Really?
I chose the other stuff because I was thinking, and this is the thing because the mentality was, you're not gonna really. It is not going into that is not a thing. That's a far off dream.
Yeah.
Right.
And obviously Rihanna brought that back home. No, where it's like, no, this can happen.
Yeah,
though.
right.
Yeah.
This can happen once you got the right support system.
Yeah.
Right.
It can happen, you know what I mean? And so yeah, but I still ended up going back into music at BCC afterwards.
But you had get kicked out.
Oh well?
Come here.
No.
The legends is here, right? The legend of Nelson is that he did something and he just left. Is that he left and ain't finished?
I finished and then I went BCC.
You get CXCs and things.
Yeah, and then I went BCC. Nearly get kicked out a couple of times.
So you got suspended though?
I never got suspended. Suspended. That's the thing, B. I never got suspended. I got in-house suspension, and that was for an instant. I just want to talk about that instant. This is a cringe moment. This is one that so
You ain't too proud of.
You regret it?
this one incident, yes, because of what happened. Now, we used to have Lord, why are we talking about this? We used to have food fights in the evening, so we used to hit one another with burgers and things like that. I mean, hard, you know.
How many burgers
So
you
one Friday evening,
One
they was giving away food because sometimes at the end when they sell off whatever, they will give away food in canteen. And I don't know if you all remember a guy called Ghetto Man, which Andre Gittins. We had a little thing, so we started hitting one another, and I had on grand white then. So we pelted thing at one another, and I remember the man hit me with a piece of bread in the back of my head. The man hit me so hard then. Let me neck snap out until the man hit me. So I chasing after, and I took a little stone sobe. This stone was about this small. And just for sport, I just pelted at the man. I don't have to bluff or whatever, but when I pelt, listen, the thing do so, and bounce, and make it right. I go turn and went in a crowd, right? I just see it disappear. So I just like, ha, 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 laughing. And then I remember a girl get up. I was like, Nelson. I said, what? She's bleeding. I was like, in the movies, like when the camera zoom in on you and the back, like, walk out, I said, that is exactly how I felt. I wanted the earth to, and then when the crowd was on apart from the girl, it was a girl called Tanya, and she had some blood coming down. And I was like, well, this is it now.
Yeah. School days done.
Hold on.
Hold
I'll find a job at a supermarket for a year, pay for O-level institute, and I go work out later. No, all these things get to my head now, right? Because I done. But what hurt me was this girl was so quiet. She was such a sweetheart. Her name was Tanya. She was such a sweetheart. She was so quiet. She was sitting down reading me. Read it. So I always stand on stay. I is the ultimate. I is the villain now, I is the real villain now.
Say don't breathe.
So but what was more freaky about it was when it hit her, it get hot, so some blood ran down and it went on her clothes. So what people thought was that I hit she with a piece of bread or food. So at first everybody was like, she closed the door. I said, I catch up, dog. And I remember walking with her to the office, and she was like, "Don't worry, Renee, don't worry."
This is
my
Saint Tanya?
A rescuing girl. I don't know if you know her, man. She was.
I mean, is the girl bleeding that telling you don't worry?
Yes, this is why it played on my head so much, because she was like, "Don't worry about it, Renee." I did exactly how she was, nonchalant with me. I am in my head saying, "Why dead?" This is it for me now. Miss Gittins was the principal, what? And she was like, "Don't worry, you think or whatever." And we went in the office, and Ghetto Man came in, and we came up with a nice elaborate story.
Right.
And I remember Tony's mom was real cool with me, and I remember what was weird was everything was so irritable that evening because nobody reacted how I expected. Not even Miss Gittins. But Miss Gittins came in the office and she didn't freak out or anything. She was, and if you know Miss Gittins, she could open up.
Yeah.
And she was like, Renee, what happened now?
No, this time.
No, I was just like, I but all I was feeling I was just feeling sorry for this girl.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really care. At one point, I didn't really care about going home. I didn't even care about getting stuff. I really thought I deserved it at that point. You know what I mean? But the girl was so nice to me, B. The girl was so nice. And she even backed me up in the thing. She was like, whatever, and me and get a man.
But why your head is burst?
Huh? Well, the girl there bleeding, the girl cool.
I thought it was beat up, but that's like.
The girl, because the little rocks would give she a little tank, so she was bleeding. I don't know if it was the heat, I don't know what it was, but she was running. It was running, you know? And I was like,
So Miss Gittins is watching this girl bleeding, and it's like, what happened? No, Nelson. That was her reaction.
Well, no, because what happened is at that point I was in the office sitting down, and she would have been outside. The girl went outside. The sick bay was behind the office, remember?
Yeah.
So she was, I think, out
Okay,
there.
alright,
Whatever.
cool,
So
okay,
Miss Gittins already out there.
Yeah.
And then come in the office, and I'm in the office just saying, no,
Right.
like, I dead now, boy. There's it here for me now.
So wait, what year this was?
I was in fifth form.
How familiar was Miss Gittins with your behavior?
She knew me. She knew. She knew who I was. She had teach me at one point. She taught me biology at one point. So she knew what was going on.
Because that what happened now sound like
Yeah.
like one of like
One
this
thing-
is 50
there's a
time you was
relationship, there's a
for the
relationship there.
term.
Right,
Yeah.
but one thing I never really did was I wasn't like nasty rude to teachers. You understand what I mean?
It was mischievous,
To do
right.
shite.
Right.
Yeah, but you don't have to do shit, but you for certain things you own up to or whatever, but you never get on as though you
Miss Gittins, the
You know.
notice month. I remember morning we was in praise, right?
right.
And Miss Gittins like podium.
There's when we
That's
do.
saying the back doing shit. Cause you know that's something to do with the PA thing. Man,
Yeah.
always on stage for whatever reason.
Right.
And that's saying the back doing shit.
Right.
And his whole heart starts to snicker. And the woman I look back on him was like, Nelson, come from behind.
I never forget that. Actually, what was funny about that was it was me and a guy called Carlos. And
Yeah, Carlos Barrow.
And I don't know if I remember Carlos Barrow. Carlos
Yeah,
Barrow.
Barrow, yeah.
So what happened was it had a certain form that used to be they used to have like a choir on stage sometimes on the morning. So we went up in between them or whatever, and every time the crowd started singing, we up there dancing, doing beer jump with the crowd, and the class laughing. Every time it's getting the wrong, we stand still, like what we laughing at? But we doing beer every time she look wrong, and I know she did get. I didn't know how angry she was till she get in the office. But I can tell her about that after. So I remember then the crowd laugh out, and then we went, and then after a good 10 minutes of doing shit, we were like, we need to get off this stage before praise done and just get far from here. So when we do some boat off stage, the whole crowd laugh, no, cause we run off. And she even and like you say, she didn't look back. She just was like, Nelson and Hachi go to the office. Hachi get blamed. Hachi was my partner in choir at one point. So cause Danilo went, a lot of people don't know this, but DJ Hachi, Danilo, he went Wesley Hall with me too.
Okay.
He used to play saxophone. He was pretty cool like sax too.
Okay.
But yeah. So he get thing or whatever. So I remember it was me and Carlos in the office sitting down, and then Hachi come in. He used to start calling myself. And I said, get me in trouble or whatever. And he sat down there, and he sat down there, and I remember Miss Gittins came in. Oh, she's storming the office. I cannot believe y'all did that. Rats, two. Carlos get two slaps. I get hit going in the middle. I just said, shh, boy, you know that hurt you, boy. You know that hurt. And she was like, she went to the office. So she was yelling. I can't believe y'all did all that. I went to the office and sit down. So we just there. And then, so she was just, because she ain't got nothing to worry about. And she just know when he could say, well, I was a day, and then we ain't gonna lie on it or whatever.
Yeah.
So then, and it was so interesting when she came. She after like a good 5 minutes, she opened the door and came back out. She was like, "Come inside." Now that's when he's gotta be frightened.
They come.
Not only with a teacher, with any woman.
Cause she had time to think.
You see when they get to that point of come, let's talk about this. That is when you need to check your insurance and see what's going on in your life because it done in there. So we went to our office now, and she was like, "As you can see, I was angry. I apologize for how I reacted." And if I knew what was going on there, I said, okay, so this is what it's like dealing with a woman in the future now. I got to understand certain things, you know what I mean? I'll say it might get me in trouble in this interview or whatever. But she talked to me, and that was another week in front of the office. I remember that one. I actually nearly miss a tour because of that. a school tour because I remember the teacher was like, yeah, man, on suspension, you might not be allowed. I was so angry. I wanted to go it was a geography tour, and I wanted to go.
Right. That was the best tour,
you
boy.
left me out of this here? You sure? And I remember I went to get into the answer, I was not, and she think. But what I could always say.
She liked you though. Like deep down.
Yeah, man, and I like Miss Giddens. I like Miss Giddens, B. She had a little crush on Miss Giddens at first. I thought she was hot, though. I could say that now, because you can't do me nothing. Furthermore, I had a crush on Miss Giddens. I had a crush on Miss Hall. Was my first integrated science teacher. She was there. When I was in first form. Yo, she was hot. She was. And then I had a crush on Miss Jones, the guidance counselor.
Boy.
I used to want to get sent to guidance counselor.
Yeah, boy.
I said, what? You're going to give off my clean up, boy. Clean up for Mr. Jones, boy.
I surprised that you don't call Miss Williams' name, though.
Miss Williams was one. I had a real uncomfortable moment with her a time in class, and it was real weird. It wasn't her fault or whatever. It was an accident. But check this, right? And it was. I only knew after the class I was like. So what happened was, and it was a mistake. It was a mistake. Let me get this here. I did in class, and they just call out different students to read, and was not. And I remember I was sitting down, and she came and she sat down on the desk right there by me, and everybody was Miss Williams hot. Yeah. She was hot. Anyhow, so I just did reading and was not. So she just had her hand on the thing and was not. And then for a second, her hand just went on mine for a second like that, right? Excuse me. I said, you know what I mean? For a second, I was like, what? But it was a mistake. And I remember she just pulled off quick. And I was like, that's cool. And my head like, you don't know. Yeah, I came out here. I came out for you 10 years from now. I came out for you. I came out 10 years if you're married, man. But yeah, that was interesting.
Boy, still, big man. Still.
That was interesting, B. That was interesting, boy.
It may talk for you.
Wait, hold on. Before we get there, I want to know what else you remember from your own memory.
Jeez, on B, to go through. Let me see. Say what? You could tell me something. Jog some memories.
The centipede in the bottle that you throw in the that you have on throw in the principal office.
That was me. That was me? I can't remember if that was me or that was Alexi or I can't remember.
Years gone, you don't have to blame someone else.
No. They got, I will own up to my things now. That ain't no problem. But they got a good set of things. I can't remember. I know I do some good craziness at that.
Margaret's checking your stuff.
When you was on the second floor holding on to your pole, saying that you was good let go.
Yeah,
you was on the other side of the balcony holding on that you was gonna drop.
Yeah,
funny. That sounds tragic.
Nah, but that was pranky though. We used to actually, all the fellas used to do that. We used to sit down on the grill and wrap our legs in it and just help about ourselves. And the girls would be like, what are you doing? The girls were freaking out, but that was nothing. The acid bombs.
Acid?
You used to get sulfuric acid from the lab. I hope no underage people get out of it. Don't do this. Do not do this here. But anyhow, so you used to get the little sulfuric acid and mix it, do whatever and shake it.
Because that smells stink, right? That's what it is. It just doesn't smell bad.
No, it did with the sulfuric acid will blow up.
Yeah, yeah.
Put in the plastic bottle, put the other ingredient, which I won't say.
Good, man.
That used to, you shake it up. And then I learned this from thing, you would get vigorous effervescence. That was the science, remember?
Yeah.
And so it started to bubble up.
You want Barrett?
Barrett is another story. We could get to Leroy shortly.
I'll call you Leroy.
We could get to Leroy Barrett shortly. But yeah, and then shake and then it would thing up. I remember one morning, we were making some or whatever. Y'all remember Miss Brown that used to clean up? An old lady that used to clean. So I was on the top floor and we just dropping it, you know what I mean? Because everybody wants to see the things go off. Everybody was enjoying it or whatever. But then one morning we was on shit and drop it and this one to take in long. But it will always blow. But this one to take in long. And then I see Miss Brown start coming cleaning. And I see I said, Miss Brown. As we tell her, she know, and she look out, and she like, no, we not you move about there, but she moved, but then she moved quick. She moved and it took a good minute, 2 minutes after she left to blow, but it eventually went off.
So people just kind of used to let you do shit.
No, you have to know the move. If you could do. It's not blowing one arm, but it takes a smart person to play an ass. So if you're gonna do crap, you just go. It's not like you go and plan it out, but quick before you do something, you're like, okay, what's the pros, what's the cons, how much trouble I could get in for this. That ain't too much. That ain't too bad.
I feel like you put your boxers on a flight pole. I don't think you put that much thought into it.
Yeah, but I know that I didn't get cash for that.
Me,
That would be entertainment for the people. That would be funny, but there's no what. How are you gonna link me to that? How you my naming on it? I like what you gonna do? What you know?
That's the perfect way to describe you, in my opinion. Though. That's always how I describe you. That you would see something, you know the consequences.
Some more coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, coffee. Give me nice there. So coffee, yeah. Coffee, yeah.
Right. You know the consequences. You know who's gonna be impacted by it. You know that people are gonna be upset. But just your curiosity gets the best of you, and you say,
Right.
"I'm willing to take any of the consequences."
I mean, what could happen? Who get hurt? Amy putting the boxer up there. The only thing that happened is a bunch of children come to school the next day and laughing. It's like, what is going on?
That was the next thing considerable, you know, like, you always miss your first and do shit.
Yeah,
But was it wicked?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it was
I didn't believe that. I didn't like to see the bullying and stuff like that. Yeah, actually, I didn't like that sort of bullying thing.
Right. Go on there, cause I remember first Form B, coach at Cawmere, we could not go on the top floor.
Right.
Nelson.
Right.
Yeah.
No, so it wasn't that kind of
Puffy tell me that I chased you through the school all the time for fun. I don't remember that. He would tell you about that. I don't ever remember that. But
I remember.
Big up DJ Puffy though.
yeah, big up Puffy,
I remember
another up and on.
we was playing almost the whole school to play Kit Somebody's B.
Yeah, boy.
And Shannon Bashman Piggy dropped 50.
Bashman Piggy, big up yourself, boy.
And Christopher Gill ran it, tried to pocket it, and
Right.
he was the first man up behind the goal.
Case and Bites was a serious game, B.
Whole school,
But I don't know if I remember, it had class wars where it would be like third forms versus, like 3A versus 3B or 3A and 3B versus.
I can't remember that, you know.
Them, and then it got like the levels, like third form versus second form. And then we had like American football that we used to play on the field.
Yeah, the courts.
But the whole thing about it, right, was the only point of American football was to give somebody the ball to lick them up, dog. That was the whole thing. So you might as well look up the ball, get E. That was it. That was the whole point of it. But he gets in trouble for that. Then they had another game called Croton.
Yeah.
Croton.
Croton was one, no?
When you had the Croton leaf, when you had the Croton leaf.
Yeah. No, the thing about Croton is you going home, and when you come in school the next day, you better go Croton and leave in your pocket somewhere. And I remember wait for you at the gate. get a car, get the van, and you walk out the main gate, Croton 1, 2, you go bong and get a thing. And I remember the whole Mr. Barrett put the whole, because he got out of hand at the time, and Mr. Barrett put the whole third form in front of the office, the deputy office.
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
But nothing happened because you could beat everybody. You could stay at home the whole third form. It can't happen. So we couldn't play the game obviously, and it was a real thing, but we didn't really get in trouble for that. So that was another thing. She's on. What else?
I want to talk about
Friday.
What?
I can't wrap my head around that.
I trying to understand. Give me give me the Fight Fridays now again.
Fight Friday was basically if anybody does not fight on Friday, somebody, which is usually you, will come and start the fight and say wait till Friday.
Right.
And then when Friday come now, you can initiate the men to fight first.
Right. Like it makes sense. You know what I mean? Come on, you ain't want you do. Come on, if you gonna fight Friday, you get to go home and you can't cool off. Monday you come back, you good. You know what I mean? You ain't got all that thing. So you come school. I mean you fight Monday, you fight Tuesday, you gotta come school next day, man. Let me just wait till Friday. And the fight was a thing.
Stopping a fight is one thing, right? But look at somebody and be like, nah man, start you big man, you can take that. On Friday, you're waiting until Friday. Your beef is held for 4 days, from Monday till Friday, and then you can burst out body.
Right. Yeah, that was basically it. But you need to go and really instigate it. We can't give him a reminder like you still feeling him? You still taking that thing? He tell you Tuesday? Cause Tuesday you look stupid here. You take that? Cause we ain't forget you. You know, but that was interesting. I remember Lisa, a girl called Lisa Claire, was telling me at the time, the whole school are running behind me. Because they tell them about some fight or whatever. And I think I vaguely remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole school.
Big at Lisa too, by the way.
But fight was a thing, you know. Like it was like when you hear a fight, everybody.
Everybody,
you know what used to happen when we got a little older, and men had like if a guy had a serious problem with another fella, we used to be let them beat one another, let them fight it off. Because when them done fight, this ain't getting further than this, you know. Because after a while, what we realized was when the fights happen and then a crowd come, it used to get real bad. Because you a lot of pride kicking now, you fighting for the crowd. You know what I mean? So it
and then no longer really personal.
exactly, you know what I mean? And then you start to, you don't think because you know all your pride up there, you seen, you know, girls watching, young, you know how it is, as well as, you know what I mean? So what we used to do is when men fighting, keep it quiet. We don't want nobody coming.
What you would say is the cruelest fight that you would have had in your times before, probably?
Me personally, or just what I see?
That's what you see.
Oh dear, I could think of one or two in my head, but there was one in particular, and it was with two girls. That's the thing. It was with two girls, and I remember, like four people on each end trying to hold on. These girls were so strong, dog. And then teachers got and tried to come and hold off these girls, and these girls would not stop going at each other. And that was an image in my head. I'll never forget that beat. And these girls are hitting each other like MMA fighters, though. I not talking about a little thing cuffs, you know. I talking, call them, man, hitting one another. You know, business got that round cuff that we do that. Come on, the world cuff, like on the eardrum. That is all these men are hitting one another hard, bitch. But I see some. I remember I had one with a partner. He was fighting. He was in the thing with somebody, and I remember me and my boy Niles, Jabbar Niles, I think at that point. We took out. We had this like man fighting. And he said, "We had this the thing where we went and get like it was a piece of like plastic paper or whatever, and we bend it. We say this will work." The man, this thing says. And the man went. But the thing about it is one of them things where we had the man like, just taking the man would be like, "The man hit the man with a piece of paper." We say, "What ain't trouble now? Why you get about this fight had that do with me?" I get to the office too. I'll send you the one I gave him the thing. Yeah, come, man. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, boy.
You ever like teachers after school, after Cawmere, teachers approaching you like reliving memories?
Yeah. Yeah, up to this day. One is the geography teacher, Mr. Seeley, that's his name. He's one.
Yes.
He's always telling me about
Seeley.
a time he said I died from the front of the class to the back of the class because he used to come in and he's such a character. But he was a character, you know?
Listen.
You know,
He's a brown skin man.
You know, he's smart.
He's smartest man in my life, though.
But the man come in and because we all over the place, and he just used to come in and start counting 5, 4. And that's so you to get to you see 14. And I was like outside the class or whatever. He was like at 2. And I was now coming through the door 1. And I was like front. And I was like sitting on the back. And I remember he dived from the front to the thing. And I remember because he just laughed. He laughed. Yeah, he tell classes after that, the years after that, he keep telling about that particular story. But I guess
you had no way you had left Cawmere the impact that you had on Cawmere. Like,
I didn't understand it till like I went my visit a couple times and I hear people that I never see. Like,
yeah, me.
I be like, huh?
Even the bright socks in assembly.
Yeah.
That was intentional.
I always like funny, like pretty socks and was not, but then I realized it was a thing, and I used to wear these socks, and you know, your pants thing right here, and you go on different color socks.
And then the whole school would break down.
First, I podium go on the mama that's not just behind there. You lap your foot, so
Yeah.
I show all the socks there. Yeah.
Pretty. I could get it. And you know, another thing. I used to deal with at one point at different years. We got different people dealing with the PA system for prayers. So for a minute. For a little while, I used to do it, and I remember for a long time we used to have fun with Mr. Barrett. Now, Mr. Barrett would be talking, and we would press the echo button. So you hear, please stand for the pledge.
Yes,
you know, so
Jesus, that's funny.
And obviously, sir, I would be like, Sir Simon, this is any man that in production.
Yeah, no, you just press the button.
What problem they have that all of a sudden when they say a certain thing all the time, it has an echo.
That's so funny.
So, but you know what done it? Hitler, a.k.a.
What?
Vera Paris. Remember, they used to call you that first, remember? Because you know why they used to call you Hitler, though? Because when the first time the man come down, in school. This when because Cawmere was known for certain things, but when we see this man demeanor and stuff, he was like, whoa. The first day the man come in first, man walk down the hall, he walk down the center, man walk in front of the school, whole school talking, the man didn't say a word, man just all up. And I was serious, like,
Yeah, the most stuff.
what get on He gonna get introduced. He has to get introduced to Cawmere now, man. So like the next couple of days now, he talking and was not, and we back there, and he's talking, and every time he says something, he be like, and you know, no, and echo it and this thing, and he be looking back like, what's going on? And we backstage like, I got nothing to do, but we pressing that echo button. B, the man come to we after prayers. Right, that's why we got a new system, you know. The man come to me after prayers. I was like, so what's going on here? I said, sir, man, this is just, that's been happening for years, sir. This is just getting big by lunchtime. This man had some crew, the man went to pay.
What?
Come and change the amp and change the thing. We can't do it no more. Because they had a new amp and new speaker. Because I think the speakers are like white or something now.
Yeah.
Yeah, B. And the man done that there, boy. I never forget that.
Jeez, oh boy.
I remember one morning, B, I didn't get in trouble for laughing, but because I found it funny and I couldn't stop laughing. But he said something. He was serious. He wasn't even joking. He was saying, "Man shall not live by bread alone. He needs a little butter once in a while."
What does that mean, dog?
But nobody.
What does that mean?
Where I was confused is because everybody in the hall was just looking at him like, if they really get it, if they understand serious. And I am dying. I'm like, hold on. What did man just say? You need what? And that was the funniest thing for me, and I laughed. I don't know, B. I don't know.
What does that mean, Joe?
I don't know, boy.
So when you left Cawmere, the price has stopped or the price continue at BCC?
Nah, I don't think it really continued at BCC like that. We continued playing little games, like we continued playing left hand. Little games like that. I remember left hand. It got in your left hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, little things like that. But it was a different thing at BCC. BCC was a different kettle of fish, man. Different thing of fish.
You gotta talk about Turbulence, man.
Turbulence actually started at Cawmere. And Turbulence, I mean, it blew up after Cawmere in BCC. That's it was me, Justin, Kermit, and a guy called Janelle. But at Cawmere was where it started, and it was me, Doddy, Muscle Man.
Yeah.
Doddy.
Big up Doddy.
Carlisle, Levi King from Osman.
Yeah, Levi.
I didn't know he was part of it.
And one other, I can't remember. I think some of that was just 4 of us, but that was Cawmere, and we used to just do the little pageants or little end of term concerts and things like that. And yeah, so.
But that was big though. That was real big.
Yeah, and then after that, we started doing the pageants, so going at different pageants and performing and stuff like that. So yeah, Turbulence was interesting.
You actually face off that y'all won.
It was a face off. We actually won every competition we entered. We won, and that was a problem because after winning, people like to root for the underdog. Mm-hmm. So it had a point now where we were winning competitions and men skin at the face. Some people in the crowd was like, can I give some boys a chance? And I
It's just a weird mentality business happening.
And that bothered me. I was like, but we spent hours researching routines, trying to practice, trying to bring a different level to certain things, and you could tell us that we're not supposed to win because of one particular competition I'll never forget. It was I can't remember the name of it. But we went up against a crew called Demolition Squad or something like that. Now, the thing about it is, we heard that they had judges, so we know how to do this routine. Okay, you know what? We can't do this routine necessarily for the crowd because usually in dance routine you got like certain theatrics and like moves the electric chair and seesaw and shock it. But we know that we got judges and we found out these judges are trained in dancing. So we know they could be looking for certain things. We know they could be looking for windows on and spacing and execution and moves. So we actually did the routine very dancey and more straightforward because we knew the kind of judges. But the crowd was expecting to see Turbulence was expecting to see, men sound effects shooting off me, but we know that the judges didn't rate that. And we won the competition. And the crowd thought that the other crew should have won.
Because they did
theatrics. And I remember we were backstage after we because we knew we found out we won before we went up on stage, and we was like, this could be some stress right now, dealing with this crowd here. So this crowd. So I remember I had told him, I was like, look, we could split the winnings with the crew because we understand what it's about. And I explained to the crowd, look, this was for judges, this was for that, you know what I mean? And the crew to get it, and the other crew to respect it, and was not. So, and we split. We give them some money.
Safe.
We split the money with them, and because, you know what I mean, they won the crowd.
Yeah.
And that's saying don't ever forget, you know what I mean?
That was a real little nice story, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
but who is the
I want the
person?
movie rights to that.
Who is the driving force behind like the creative direction behind that?
In terms of what? In terms of that particular episode?
No, I mean in terms of Turbulence itself, like that would come up
But I
with
came up with the
routines.
name, like again, because I told you I wanted to be a pilot.
Right. Oh,
Okay.
sight. Oh, Turbulence. Sight. Okay, sight.
But I remember Justin Ward and myself, because I met him like when I was real young, and we lived in the same street. And when we were real young, we used to ting or whatever. And I remember we had a little idea, and I was like, you could call it Turbulence or whatever. And then since he went lodge, we weren't at school together, so we didn't get to do a lot of dancing and stuff together. Because we had school and was not. And we were still young. So the most dancing I did was with the school people, Levi and Dottie and things. So I took the Turbulence concept there, and that was that. But then after I left, then I reformed it with
The original.
with Justin and Kermit and my other boy Janelle. So that was that. Yeah.
Because I was wondering how I was wondering how you took it to another level beyond what all the other dancers was doing. Because I remember, even if you didn't like dancing and you were into dancing, you knew about Turbulence or what Turbulence could do.
I think one of the things that set we apart, man, were our characters. We were still characters that we used to interact with people on and off the stage. So people know that after this competition or before the competition, we in the crowd doing jump with people, we running, we talking shit with people, and you know what I mean? So that in itself had the thing. But then when we get on stage, we do a lot of theatrics, and that's one of the things that separate us from a lot of the other groups down here.
It was very people pleasing.
Bringing a lot of the theatrics to the stage, which end up working against us in that same competition I was telling you about just now. Because then people come expecting that, but then forgetting that but we's actually really dance though. You know what I mean? So,
What brought at the end of Turbulence? Like, why you never went the way of Rhythm Tribe or anything like that?
Boy, if Turbulence had what we have now, I'm sure it would have been different. I mean, no,
You think
a simple thing like these though.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Social media on the whole
We
is
didn't have social media. We didn't have social media. We didn't have what it was then. If we had that now, it would be a killing, bro. You understand? But it was more difficult to get yourself out there then for sure. And a lot of people forget Riri. Riri bring a lot of things home. Riri just want to cut that long gap between just you seeing somebody here and then international thing. Like she really made it. A lot of people forget that she desensitized that concept to us, that like it's possible to just blow up. We didn't have anything like that. We just had Rupee and one or two.
Tempted to Touch being in the movie. That was
a big thing, B. That was a huge thing.
But no, like Rihanna is
then it's like
records. That's ridiculous.
It's not anything, and then so I don't know, man. But I remember we stopped because we said, look, listen, let me hold it off where we head, because then we also started to feel the vibe, like what
when
people
becoming villains.
Yeah, correct, and we say let me just start where we ahead before we get a real bad one.
I made a comment to Zen when he was here too, and I would say it to you as well. When I got this trend of doing something, being immensely successful, and at the peak of the success, you walk away.
Right.
I find that to be, because Turbulence wasn't unknown in terms of downhill, in terms of technique, in terms of like when it was went to another level, and when I decided to just that was it, and it was everybody was wondering like what going on with Turbulence.
Right, man. Like I said, like that was it, man. We just realized
the time come.
Yeah, we just realized what it was, man. And the same concept with the whole John Mohameed and Nerd. I think like
we gotta get into that though.
Yeah, that was about to jump into that.
Right?
So
that was a whole other thing, but you realize when you get to a certain point, and it's like, let me let people miss me, man. It getting funny. The vibe getting real funny.
Enough time passed.
And the dancing vibe, the dancing culture was getting to a weird point, and it's hard to explain. But
this was like during Pasa era.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Yeah. It was
Pasa really started to kick up. So you would have had to really be in that dance thing to understand. You know what? Maybe just. And I remember one incident, boy. It was interesting. There was this Pasa competition, And this group, Yellow Tape, came to us, and they said they want help. They want team up. They just want us to come on for part of their performance as a guest appearance, because they're in a competition and was not. And that did not go well with the other groups, boy, because it was like, but this is not your thing. I said, but dancing is we take on the whole, but I understand what you mean. As in, we's hip hop boys, break dancers, and y'all are pasta cool. I get that. And that was rough, boy. The man of Vex, the man of Venom Casper was in another group. My boy Casper, big up Casper, still doing anything. One of the best dancers in the island. He a cruel boy. I remember the man coming, I was talking, man. But the man said, P, you know how it is,
I can hear the man going.
You know how it is. We thought. I just about to say, well, this is awkward. But I understand, bro. I understand. So, yeah. But, yeah, we just say, you know what?
I kind of just solidified one as villains, to be honest.
Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah.
They probably solidified it. So we were like, you know what? Let me just hold off of this here for a minute. We nearly got to Germany.
No.
That was for, it was a dance competition, the World B-Boy competition. It was not. But I can't remember what happened, man. It just never came off. But that would have been pretty cool.
So like you used to get sponsorship from like brands or whatever?
Not when we were competing and stuff down here.
I remember that was a different thing back then.
Yeah, I know. I asked because of the era.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have much corporate backing for anything back then.
Not like that, B. Not like that. I remember I choreographed the dance for the first independent dance. We won that,
right.
But it wasn't Turbulence. It was a group, a little thing group we put together called Rush, and that was me, Just Jay, or Justin King. He was involved in that. Another guy called Justin Luke, who's now Just Smooth. He's also nowadays. Shari and Natalia, and we won that. That was interesting.
Y'all didn't do Palestine video too?
Yeah, Roll. Yeah. We in that music video. That was for Roll. Yeah, that was pretty cool, man.
You met Just Jay from dancing?
No, I knew Justin long. I knew Justin from, I think it was true with Justin Ward, when we were young. One day he just turned up with the host with little Justin King. I can see the man now. And we just kick it off, man. Just like one other vibe, because we like to do shit, all we like to talk shit.
There's another thing that I bring up with Zen.
Yeah. It was crazy. You would swear that all of them want to know each other from business, but your personal relationship, it so happened that the circle you were in as friends turned out to be independently successful, separate for everybody else.
But then still collaborating,
Yes,
that
all
is
of them
so
still
weird.
collaborating.
But it's you, Ward, Justin King, and Zen, all doing other things separately from one another, but all successful.
I met Gerard a little later because I met him at Cawmere.
You're saying literally that was ever so much further away.
Right. I mean, in terms of my friendships,
Right.
Ward and
that was a childhood thing
because I knew these guys from young. Like all of us, basically lived in the same neighborhood at one point. Me, Justin, some other people. But
you don't find that weird?
I guess it's interesting. I guess too. All of us influence each other somehow.
Yeah, you can see that.
You know what I mean? Because we end up. We just around each other all the time, so we just love the whole entertainment vibe. We just feed off each other and end up going.
Because if all four and one was like producers and like you're all feeding off your producer energy, then cool. But there's a different energy in terms of acting, like Zen, who is on top of Barbados' acting game right now. You producing, who makes like some of the best songs, for Crop Over every year. Justin King, who is one of the best DJs in Barbados,
also producer.
But I think that's a similarity we had from young, the competitive side. You know what I mean? And that's something I got from Cawmere too. We always got that. If you're doing something, be the best at it. You know what I mean? If you go into a field, see if you could.
So excellence.
Love it. Excellence.
Very man.
love what you do for sure. Because we love the entertainment fee. Love, you know what I mean? But, elevate yourself.
Also, when you're doing shit, make sure you're doing
Is it best shit?
Make sure epic. Make sure epic, dog. If you're doing shit, make sure you shit epic.
Yeah.
I have to bring this up with Zen too. Zen plead the fifth. I remember videos.
No, that was. I plead the fifth. I didn't know that one.
Timestamp. Anyway,
one of our classic bleeps.
I plead the fifth to that one.
One of our classic
I don't know
bleeps
about
there,
that.
Romer.
My mind.
I know what that one, boy.
And we're back. John Mohameed.
Sip this coffee here.
Where is John Mohameed? I feed that John
He
Mohameed.
ain't Guyana,
and
dog. We know this.
I feel my
He hibernating again.
I feed my amp prematurely though.
But once again, I think he ended where he was supposed to.
Yeah.
You think so?
They like almost
And
playing there. They almost had their like own category of soca.
Right. That little comedy thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like almost like mad, but not quite.
Yeah. You gotta be careful what you're doing with characters too, huh? Like that. Especially in Barbados. I always say this. Listen, if you could keep a Bajan crowd attention, you could keep any audience in your world attention.
Everyone says
This crowd here,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
B. A Bajan crowd is one of the most difficult audiences to please. Be straight up. I can remember being. Look, I had some rough performances, you know. Look, I had one in particular, dog. But I don't want to give me the warning about this one. I'll never forget his performance. John Mohameed, early the first year when I had Curry Wine. So I was in Bacchanal Time 10. And what I didn't study, what I didn't know was that judging night. I was a judging, but judging night is be a different crowd. This is a crowd that come out to hear, I guess, the Kaiso and
older crowd, traditional
and they've
crowd.
come to hear lyrical criteria. Now, if you
Come out, Curry.
no Curry Wine, they got a lyrical criteria. I is 90%. So I remember now. It was so weird. It's like the whole setting of the night was different. Even the band's energy was different on the night. Because I guess everybody understood, except for me and certain characters. So I remember the man called me up on stage. And even from the time the band strike up, I was like, wait, it feels slower tonight. What's going on? Anyhow, so I run up on stage and it was just weird. I remember one particular woman in the crowd just saying, looking at me so like, for the whole performance. This crowd was so rough. This was a performance that burned me, B. I'll never forget this performance. Don't mind you know they got them things that artists just turn to. Like, if you do this or whatever, put your hand in the air.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing ain't worked.
Not even the God one being.
Big, I didn't try the God one. But nothing didn't work that night, bro. And I remember what really hurt me was one particular woman in the crowd. She I saw something and the woman was like, I was like, get off the stage, my mother called me. Get off the stage. I was like, that was what she mouthed at me. She didn't say it, but she was like, get off the stage. And I remember I was just like, I ain't John Mohameed character, so I can't break that cocky face.
Yeah.
But listen, inside my chest, I'm breaking his whole up.
Jeez.
That's good. That's good.
Listen, when they come off stage, right? What hurt me is this: is when they come off stage. He doesn't know when somebody comes not to make you feel good about something that was tragic. The man come to me, RPB was like, my top class performance. Top class. Look, it takes something to do that. It take a lot to do them characters, you know. And I know what I mean in lemon terms.
Yeah.
You do beer shake yourself.
Yeah, but keep it strong.
Keep strong.
Though.
Keep head up.
You know do beer jump, but just keep strong though. Look, I never forget that boy. But big up RPB because he is one of the when I first started, he's one of the few older artists that really supporting the younger artists. You know what I mean? And I think that say a lot. That say a lot about him. He never felt intimidated or.
So you find that's something that happens in Barbados though, like a lot of the older heads feel intimidated by what young people are doing?
To say that now, I would be out of place because I don't really know the inner circle. I don't know how what was the
going on
thing
now?
like
Yeah.
backstage now
Yeah.
with the artists because I'm more producer now. But I remember it was a thing with some of the artists that would kind of look at us, these comedy men like,
No one really
I'm
doing.
not really taking this for a joke or whatever. But I'd be in my head like, yeah, but the crowd hollering for we though. The crowd, you get the crowd moving though. Yeah, so yeah, but.
Do you listen back to like your John Mohameed songs and be like,
Cringe.
this makes his bear shake?
Yeah, boy. I listen back. I think La La still play here and there.
I played
what do you
Curry
mean?
Wayne.
What?
I played Curry Wayne Wednesday last night, B.
Oh
and
no.
I didn't listen to it before I played it, and I was the crowd react and everything. You get forward, but I mean like this sounds shy to be.
Herman Belly.
Sounds shy to be.
La La in like a classic. You can call it a classic now, right? At this point.
It is
It's a good throwback, yeah.
Me that's play.
But like,
me the
if you listen to the quality of it, B.
Me that's me.
If you listen to the quality of it, like
right.
no.
Right.
But in terms of the vibe,
That
though,
and,
it's bring
I
a
always
vibe
like to
though.
reference that and Cawmere, B.
Show me. Oh, lost Cawmere.
The mix of Cawmere is.
Cawmere was a different story.
So you feel that John Mohameed ended at the right time or end prematurely?
I think he had a right time.
Was Drunk your last song?
No, the last one was me. I think Drunk would be the last solo John Mohameed song. I think. I can't remember what was the last one. I don't know if it was Extension Cord or it could have been Ridiculous. I think it was
Ridiculous. I remember that.
So
Ridiculous. That was me and her. Yeah.
So what made you say that what was the point that you said, yeah, I can start with this?
You start to feel it. It's be a wave. You start to feel. You start to jump yeah, you start to be like, you know what? I know. Let me give this crowd a chance to miss John Mohameed. Let me hold off with this for now. The concept and also the concept of it could get stale, you know. And people will not realize it, but in their subconscious, like, really, how much more you could do with this character from Ghana that's not supposed to be here? That got a pet goat. Like, what you could really do? What else? You know what I mean? I mean, you can always reinvent.
You could stuff. To be honest though, you could say that about Stabby.
Right, I think I was
Mommy
more.
really want you, boy.
Right, I think it was my mother again.
But he's not Stabby the guard though. He's Stabby now. He's still Stabby the guard. He still do the guard thing?
No, he doesn't. But my point is, you can still reinvent yourself.
Yeah, you can reinvent yourself.
Oh,
like John Mohameed doesn't have to be a Guyanese man. He can get his papers and just sing so.
But in all fairness, I think the concept. If you think of Stabby's character and you think of John Mohameed's character, I think he got more leeway. Stabby got more leeway.
Yeah, he got okay. Cool.
You understand what I mean? Plus,
John Mohameed more in the niche.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And I also really want to get into the production side because even from the dancing, I was doing all the mixes. I remember one particular dance competition that I was in, I did all the other people mixes.
Maybe all
be the other groups that we were going against. I did their mixes. So and it was interesting because
go on, man.
This is I don't know.
There's three different people, you know.
Right.
There's three different people.
Right. So let me just put it on silent here for now. Sorry. Right. So yeah, I had to do the other people mix, and that was interesting too because you have to separate yourself. You know what I mean? Because you know where you come in with. But you still gotta
gotta give them a fighting chance.
You gotta give these people something good. You know what I mean?
So I want Nard used to. I feel that
he
Nard
almost won People's Monarch.
Yeah, he rap against Dale. Yeah, that was 2007.
Was him on Mikey, I think?
No, Mr. Dale.
Mr. Dale, right.
Yeah, I remember that there, boy. I remember that year. That was 2007. That was Tempo.
Tempo and against Soca Junkie.
Against Soca Junkie. He's got that memory, man. Yeah. So yeah, that was. So
he just like wasn't bought anymore. Justin just wasn't.
I think no, like I was telling you, I think that
all the when it comes in unison said
but not in unison. Like as in we sit down and said it a lot or whatever, but I think your mind is being the same place.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? So you start to move on to other things. You see a bigger picture too, and you be like, okay, you know what? I get that. And one of the things for me too was when I did the John Mohameed character was let me get the crowd looking in my direction. Somehow I get them to look in my direction, and after they get them looking in my direction, then I went and do other stuff. I was not still had some followers and some people that remember, there's that crazy guy from stage.
Right.
There's that whatever. So let me see what else he bringing now.
Right.
Fair enough.
So you miss performing?
I sometimes that energy you get from being on a stage.
Yeah,
and getting them people doing craziness.
For real.
That's a different story, B. That's a whole different. That's a different thing, B. I mean, it could go real good
or real bad.
Sometimes it's be like, shh.
But that's what I like about it though. That risk though.
Yeah, B.
That risk is for
the worst part is be right before you go on stage, right? As that MC is doing. He did this. Y'all know him for doing what? I said, B, just get to the point where you call me name.
Yeah, right. The Bayoza thing.
The butterfly, though.
Yeah.
The butterflies.
I ain't want to jump the gun, but I want to ask you a question about your production.
Let me go.
Like, you know, you could listen to a song and be like, okay, this is King Bubba, this is Planta. You know what my masterpiece when Peter Cawmere does something. Do you have a signature? Cause I find it rather difficult to find out, like, this Nelieux. Personally,
maybe that's good.
My thing is this song Frigate. This song Frigate by the Frigate working. Like as I was telling Mosey, is like he used instruments that I never or instruments or songs I never really
like almost like a robotic thing.
Yeah, I was like, what is this?
But,
I think
like,
what is this feeling is what's made me say.
I don't know what to call it in Pete Bad. That thing.
Yeah.
The unnecessary stuff. You did Dirty Harry too, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's the same rhythm.
Dirty Harry. No, it's a different rhythm. Okay. But it's interesting you asked that because I built Dirty Harry off of the Pete Bat formula. You know what I mean? Because there's still the hype. The Pete Bat hype was still going on when Dirty Harry came out. Okay. You know what I mean?
I always wondered that though. Like I
don't. His signature
I don't hear it.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying with
Yeah.
like these special things, but not every Nelieux beat has that, in my opinion.
I just
Right.
have a question every year though, like, what if it's a good or bad thing? Like, if
I
you know, you
I
thought that you know about the production, you thought that you
I think it's a bad thing if you know what if you. Well, the
Is
thing
it?
is,
well, it's
Because that's
weird.
what we want
But
to
I
hear.
don't know. I don't really.
you-
Honestly, I honestly wish you guys could tell me what it was or information. No, seriously, because it could either be good or bad.
Yeah.
Because for me, it could be. It's good if the man just know that okay, this sound pretty interesting, so it's Nelieux.
yeah, that's
Which
exactly
is
me.
cool.
That's me.
I could
That's
deal
me.
with that. But
what is an interesting sound though?
what is
Anything
it, right?
that
Like
sound-
Baba's music is poppy to a T, in my opinion.
right.
Even so, it sounds like something that's be within the realm of soca and soca sounds, instruments that I'd be like, okay, this sounds like a soca song, but done
there's
by
another
King
element
Bubba.
to it.
Right. For you, it sounds like this is a soca song, but you're using outside influences
Right,
to,
that's
to
the kind
put,
of music, a lot of music I grew up on. You know, I was in love with Enya for so long. That sort of stuff. Enya, be
Sick.
that sort of stuff I grew up.
But
listening
once
to a
again,
lot.
no, I would not listen to Tongo and be like, yeah, this man listen to Gravity of Love.
No. That's the thing. That's the thing, right? But it's be little tiny tones that you choose to replace the average hi hat or the average kick with or the average strum with or whatever.
I actually
And
didn't know
the
you did
effect-
Tongo. That way I had to ask.
The effects that you will put on certain different frequencies and the way you do vocal stutters and different little things that you get influence from all the rock that you go listen to and the EDM that you go listen to and stuff like that. One of my favorite productions I think is Done It Up with Bobo. Right, and then there is where you really hear kind of the EDM influence. Was not now Bashment. I noticed I've been doing a lot of production before, but my name really got out there with the Bashment.
Yeah,
yeah,
you are
yeah.
a Bashment man.
And I mean, I like Bashment. It's pretty. I think it's pretty dope. But I know that I won't break off more into the other stuff. But I don't. I just had a niche for it. When I realized, I said, okay, this is sound. And I think God will be a drummer. My boy Romar will agree with that. Like, once you got that groove, once you got that.
you would say that it could be that the way that you use your percussive elements in your music could be more pronounced because of your drumming as opposed to everybody else that's produced. Because I mean they do it as well, but you come because of your drumming background. You
Right.
gonna make sure that your signature could probably be the drums.
Right. You know, yeah, for sure. And the saying that I also had to know what not to put in. Because my boy they will probably tell you, as a musician, I think like that, he's got to know what to take out. You know what I mean? Like, he's one playing everything.
No, everything belongs.
And
Okay.
a production is be and it's be when the hardest things be when they go to get mixed or whatever, and the man just listen. I produced Curry Wayne, right? And I remember I took it when Copin called me. I was like, bring it here, let me just mix that for you properly or whatever. You know what I mean? So I took it to Masterpiece and what's not. And I would never forget when he opened the session. It crashed the computer. It crashed.
It was that much?
Yeah, it had all these strings and stuff. And I remember standing up behind him and watching. He was like, "See this? Delete." The man delete a good 7 or 8 tracks. That was unnecessary little things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why that's one of the people that made really, simplicity is work.
It really does.
Sometimes, the John public ain't really know about all the in-depth stuff that going on under there. Sometimes.
But you can see Bajans like simplicity, especially in the same Bashment. I feel
Yeah.
Dirty Talent beats are
Right.
simple, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does work.
Yeah. And that was one piece of advice I could say that Pops had give me a time back.
You call him Papa?
Pops, my dad.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean your father?
Yeah. That's one of the things he was telling me. He was saying he said something. Beats feel a little complex, a little thing, and I get what he was
Like
saying.
Nelson Street, so I think complex.
Nelson Street got a little complexity in it. I loved it, but it got some complexity in it.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Before so keep that point,
Nelson
right?
Street is
Keep that like the italics. I think that it depends on the person that I think it's the way to the vibe is on the lyrics. But with him, the
beat pushes
the beat
the-
alone,
yeah,
the beat
yeah.
alone
Yeah.
gives
Right.
me the vibe.
Right.
That's what you try to do.
Nelson Street is a really good example, Mark.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
very
yeah,
good,
yeah,
'cause that's
yeah.
almost like I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day. We were saying Kanye's. I listen to new Kanye.
Yeah.
I don't look for lyrics. I understand his old word was lyrical, but
Yeah.
new Kanye's beat is what does drive his songs. Like that
Right.
melody is gonna be going, and that is the same thing with Nelson's beats.
I think you try to make it stand alone.
Yeah,
Right.
I could listen to Nelson Street instrumental.
Right, but
Right,
that's
right.
the thing. I won't before I released that. I had that beat for about 3 years before I
What?
released it. Yeah, I have seen on that. For
Where you
about
get the
3
sample from, brother?
This is from an old folk song. Well, the actual.
I know
thing-
the song, but I mean like that
this is
particular
from,
recording.
This is from golf balls. Roger Gibbs did a version to it back in the day. He from I think from Merriman. He did the John Bailey Mama, and his version is the one I use. And I called him, and I found him on Facebook, and I added him. I was not, and I called him, and I was like, B. I got something. I told him who I am. I said, okay, my name is this, blah, 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 producer from Barbados, and I did something with your song, and I want you to hear it. He was like, okay, well, just send me the beat, and we'll see, and whatever. And I sent him the beat. He called me back. He's like, oh, man, I love this. He's like,
Where's that his voice?
he's like, I love this. I want you to... And since then, he sent me 2 other songs that he did back in the day that he didn't release.
Wow.
And he wanted me to revamp.
Sick.
So I made sure I got the permission and stuff from him to use his vocal. That was done.
That's
And,
crazy,
That's
man.
next level, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's proper.
How long it take to do a beat usually?
It is very big. Sometimes you will get a beat in an hour. Sometimes it will take you days because you going home. And he would, my producer out there will let you know. Sometimes you will spend long. I talking about long. You going bed. You waking up, or you go in an event. You in a fete. You hear saying
Yeah.
let me voice note something, or you know what I mean. You don't
Yeah.
what you know. You know what I mean.
Like,
It'll be back and forth.
Yo, my can do a road mix. A romance that you do
I
the.
want.
Yeah.
Right. I use the voice note. Hands on the road. Hands on the road.
Right.
Right. I use his. He sent me the voice note. And he was like, okay, Nelieux, I want both hands up in there.
And then
dum,
be-
dum, dum, dum. I said, you know what? I'm using that exact voice note.
Man, for real, you can hear your
Yeah,
voice. You
and-
can hear
yeah,
your voice.
yeah,
I
it begins-
want to hear that.
It's nice.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. And
sick.
I use road mixes because growing up around the DJ culture and liking EDM and liking the weird, the new wave sounding stuff. Doing road mixes was how I best got to express myself. Because with road mixes, you could
Right, you
Yeah.
can do it
go
well.
all out, you know what I
You can
mean?
do it
So
well.
I really, the first big road mix I think that I did at Bust Out was No Behavior. That was my key.
I remember the road mix.
Yeah. I do some writing too. I think the first Bashment song I would say I wrote was Staggerer.
Staggerer is Bashment?
I think Staggerer was kind of a Bashment tune.
You right there?
Yeah, I think that was kind of a Bashment tune.
You know what? I was holding out some questions for Pulse, right? Because he can on that sweet. What constitutes a Bashment song to you? Because if I listen to Just D's manager, when people saw that it was in, they was arguing that ain't really sound like it sound too sweet to be a Bashment.
I get you.
They got a little vibe in it, a little don't think, but it still sound too sweet.
I can understand. I mean, shout out to Just D, huh? The man's
He doing it.
Man, crazy, man.
badass.
Crazy.
For years, but I think okay. Well, first of all, I can understand why they say what they say because the Bashment got feeling. When you hear Mole Eye,
Yeah.
and then your manager
There's
is
no
like,
music in that chorus, but
right?
Yeah.
But I think the whole thing with Bashment is a mixture of the lyrical criteria and the beat. You know what I mean? So,
You think it's more of a feeling than something you can explain?
cause like, I
the
feel like-
Bashment soca, the thing about it is, and I keep saying in another one or two other interviews I did, I keep saying a lot of the Bashment that we hear, if not 87%, 97%, is based off of Peter Coppin's Blueprint
right.
that he did. I talking about even after Hard Wing and all and them sounds. When he basically sampled the one note and which is the dancehall thing, and then put those soca elements and thing in it. So a lot of DJs did different versions to that, which is thing. But what was the question again? Really?
What
What
constitutes
is
a Bashment
Bashment?
soca song?
I think it's a mixture. Like I say, the lyrical criteria and the kind of beat, and I think the Bashment or Bajan Bashment has a lot of dancehall influence in it.
You said Bajan Bashment, so
Sorry, Bashment soca.
Okay.
I like that. Bashment soca, for that we didn't. I ain't gonna put Bajan in front. Bashment soca got a lot of dancehall elements with soca, the soca groove behind it. But I even want to say soca groove behind it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a very interesting
And the lyrics,
question.
Bash.
But like
And
when
to
I hear
me,
Staggerer,
it's
I
more than
don't-
that. It's more than that.
Right.
I think it's more than that.
The
too,
lyrics of
because
Stagger ain't necessarily scream bashment to me.
It's a feel like it's bashment.
I get the vibe. When you say feeling for real, I get the vibe.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
a
why you
feel.
argue that.
You think it could be how strong the accent is in song? I don't know.
How sorry the accent is.
Well, not necessarily because I think Trinidad said do some bashment.
Lucian's here,
Look
bashment,
at
though.
you see split in the middle.
Yeah.
I call that bashment. That bashy.
You are wrong not to call that bashment.
It is bashy, dog.
Okay, let's back bend.
That is bash, dog. That is bash, and I think as the lesser Antilles, the Lucian and Vincent, them thing they got a pocket that I love, dog.
Yeah.
That genre, Dennery or whatever it is, I love that pocket. They got a pocket that real nice, which is what I try to did with lyrics.
Do you get this sugar lump?
What?
Yeah, I won't get to that. I won't get with that. I won't get to that. No, for real.
No, we talking about the bashment thing. We were called what Asman was doing.
Fling.
Right.
They would tell you it's flinging, and shout outs to Asman for that because they were really pushing that vibe.
You meant on Honorable specifically, or you just meant in general?
In general.
Because they coined it being fling, but without going on the bashment.
How can it though?
Yeah.
But
It had elements of it had
I feel like flame music doesn't focus on the beat at all.
yeah.
That is
Exactly.
100% lyrical driven.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
That is
okay.
in the name.
Oh,
The man
so
flinging
balance
there.
in there
You
to
know
be
what I mean? I
bashment.
think that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
What is Rick doing on Sugar Lump? I love it personally, but I never heard him do it before. I don't want to know if you and it's the way he's pronouncing his words and things. It sounds like he put on the accent.
Yeah.
Dog, you know Outlaw Rhythm?
And I think he did it on purpose.
You know Outlaw Rhythm?
I think I can't. tell you.
It's John Fire. It's John Juve Morning and Drunk as a
Yeah.
It's not based on that.
No, not that particular.
I mean,
song.
the
I-
tempo's so off. I can't hear it too.
I base Sugar Lump off of Back Bend. If you're Back Bend,
Really?
Hey man, that's alright. That's Rick again, right?
Nah, that
Who's
Uncle
that?
SB. You thinking about Bennett? But Bennett's Uncle Alex and
Oh,
somebody else.
okay. That was last year, right?
Rick called me. Rick told me, I was like, listen, dog, you know who Rick is? I said, listen, Mohamed, because he's called me Mohamed. My Mohamed, I want that Lucian vibe. I want that. I said, all right, cool. I got what you want. He give me some, so called a couple of songs. He said he like and stuff. I said, all right, cool. So I just went, reason, do some beat, do a little thing, and send it. He like, yeah, I working with that.
So he
Now you
wait.
Hey,
He might show you
Sorry.
on the song written on that. He might just show you and was like, you want a flavor?
Well, he probably had the song written, but he didn't sing it for me. But he told me what vibe he want,
Sick.
and he told me tempo he looking for.
you're making this seem real simple, me.
Like
Like you might just call you with a vibe and you're like, yeah, I'll deliver it.
Right. It's not that it's simple. I think you just get to a point where it's not as hard as it was before.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
The artists know.
Yeah, B, and you don't know.
Who you want, who you
Yeah,
get
these are
out there
experience.
from.
Oh, yeah, these are experience man we're talking about.
And,
Okay.
And the thing with Rick is he could at that point when he called me and I heard the other releases he had because it came out late, you were like,
I was gonna ask you what the time frame that we working with.
Right,
I was just
right.
gonna ask you.
That was real short. But when I listened to when he got Breakfast in Bed, he got True Story, he got the other same thing. He got all those Bajan-esque
Yeah.
You just want
so he
something
could
on
afford to. So I was like the guinea pig. He was like, let me experiment with Nelieux, man. And I don't mind that. I like that point. So when he told me he's like, baby, one, I was like, cool. I mean, I listened to the and I love it because I love the Lucian feel and the green.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is what we're working with. I said, cool. So I went, click, do the little thing, send him. And I said, I working with that. That he tell me, I working with that. And then he asked for one more thing. Because I wasn't finished with the beat. And I finished in the beat. I could tell you I was saying I was with that. He was like, just give me a line, man. Just give me a line. Because I already had the, So he said, you see that the vocal that I got, and then he said he go base his key off of that particular tone or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He said, just give me a tone. He said he just wants something. He said, I want too much. I just want a little bit. I said, got you. So then I went the tum 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 tum. And that was that.
This is so fucking hard.
And then right. And then send him back. I was like, yeah, I think with this or whatever. Send him because he did his own recording.
Yeah, he got you on.
Yeah, he got you on right. And then we sent to Andrew Denny to mix a master. Bigger Andrew Denny, the boss.
You might do whatever it is.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Andrew Denny is a serious man. Bigger Andrew Denny. And that was that. When he sent me back, when I got back the final thing, I was like, ooh, we can see what's going on. And I noticed that, I think out of, well, the Dirty Yoga rhythm still play, but the Sugar Lump getting a lot of play now.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it because it kind of came out late, so it could kind of be fresh even after the season.
Yeah.
Which
I actually wonder if it can last.
Pete Bat is another story.
Yeah.
Pete Bat come out like a December or some.
Nah, Pete Bat came out like 2 weeks before Kadooman, or we.
I remember I did not hear Pete Bat until December that year.
Right, and the first time I was telling Big Red last night. The first time I see people freak out to Pete Bat, I think it was in the We Think that year. That because the We Think was like in November or something.
Yeah, boy, for real, that's when I get big. I don't remember the Instagram post.
You know, and that'd be and as a DJ, you know, you drop a big tune or whatever. The producer, when you start and you see like thousands of people or whatever.
Yeah, that reaction.
So I see some get back drop, dog. You stand up and you seeing like 400 or 500 these people back, and I was like, whoa, you know, this is what they like, you know. And the thing about people was interesting because he had Oops. He came to the studio that year, this 2016, and this was when he kind of had a little down couple years, and then he came back.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, say, all right, so they were working with dog. Total shellings, pon you bump a girl, they're gonna be dwellings. And I think that's what he had at that point, you know what I mean? So then you do the beat or whatever, and then after making the beat, you know, drop it and thing, and it was doing pretty well. And then he said, man, you want to do this other one, dog? I say, yeah, dog, I feel I gotta do another one for hip hop because he's thinking performance. He want another tune to think with. I was like, and I wasn't really about it. I was like, all right, whatever, man. So I just do it, get a little, done, and then I give the little video game bass, which is my favorite part. And I wasn't done with the beat. But Sabi was like, you know what Sabi's talk? The man was like, I want all these things, you know. I want to win the last about, you know.
Not saying I want to win the last.
But the thing about it is, if you know Sabi, the problem outside will get offended by that. But I get what he mean. I know what you mean, bro. Because that's what we were talking about earlier with the experimenting and doing all these things. I say, I get you, bro. I get you. You don't work with just simplicity. You must that be there done, you know. That beat done, you know.
I can hear this, Joe.
That's how the man is. Like, man say that beat done. I say, you sure, B? You must say that done, and I just have one line, I think, and then I say, all right, cool. If you're cool with this here, we're getting forward. And that turned out to be the monster. Pete Bat turned out to be the monster. And then after that was I noticed. I said, I know that particular pocket, that field. I say, I could probably milk another year out of this wave, this pocket. Dirty Harry from top of it. God.
I thought it was we're seeing rhythm for so long.
Right, it's different.
So long I thought we were seeing rhythm.
It's different. You might got that bad performance for true.
This time is Miss Clean, Pete Bat,
Yeah. The same key.
My man, what was like working with Natlee? When she was Natlee.
It was interesting because
When she was Natlee.
what happened was I had the beat there. For Pompey and SK.
Right.
And they had a tune called Back Ben. And then what happened is Pompey had a thing in the beat, a little piece of my beat, and he took it by SK's house or whatever. And then he sent me a video clip that went viral, SK singing, "Pretty dirty, I really DJ Jamaican man." And I was like, yo. I said, this so cruel, boy. I said, bring this studio in there. So he come out of the studio now and he recorded or whatever. And then after, Mel was like, look, you know we can sell this here though. I said, Natlee got to get in this here. If Natlee ain't on this, Natlee is what could shut this down right now, dog. Trust me or whatever. And Pompey say I could get Natlee in the studio or whatever. Next day, Natlee out there. Natlee come true. We're getting on, Nelieux. I said, Jesus Christ, man. Natlee in the building. You know what I mean? She was real
crazy,
real cool with me. I
crazy.
think like that, you know? But I know that. I say I know this girl cause, a part of my head saying this girl cause a little horrible, you know.
See, Cawmere, you know, Cawmere. That's come back in there,
No. So I was like, all right, you know what, this will cause a little uproar. But I was like, whatever, you know. And I say, and then I made sure I say, Natlee, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to say, Nelieux, let's drop this stinking beat at the top. Before that beat come in. Man, God, no again, you know.
You want your stamp there,
Go
dog.
play there, dog. I want to play there. And you know, I got a lot of heat, you know. I got a lot of negative feedback from some people when it first thing. I was like, what you doing, dog? You request like, yo, it's like, really? Hashtag life and leggings, dog. I said, I ain't discriminating against nothing, bro. And watch and see this, and it went viral, like, Natlee sell it, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I
really?
mean? And shout out to SK, because the man's a beast, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can freestyle.
Man,
Crazy,
SK
dog.
just flow like a beast, you know? And Natlee was cool. I remember I had to do a lot of splicing up with your voice and was not because we had to do the eventually just to get you to say Nelieux, drop this thing, can be. I was like, all right, let me go again. Nelieux, drop the other. Okay, let me just do it. So you do it. And I just say, you know what? This is what we could do. I cut the beat. I say, just say it.
Yeah.
Just say it. You don't know again. You don't know again. No, Romar too. They say I say you say it, and I could just put you where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in the edited radio version, I take out like words like stinking, and that was advice I got from because Indian was the boy that busted on radio. DJ Indian big himself. He was like Nelieux, I want you to take out the stinking at the top. Take out the word stinking or whatever. So in the edited version, golf balls again. In the edited version, it's just be Nelieux, drop the beat. That's the radio version. And what was impressive was SK's radio version. Love was selling from biblical times.
It's a completely different song.
Yeah, I was like, nice, bro. So yeah, that was that.
I remember when Indian played it for real.
From there.
The man played it stretch the whole highway. It was Bassa.
Yeah.
I get to Warriors and it's worth a job.
Yeah.
All I hear was this song.
Yeah, no, the man had it looping. The thing went viral real quick. But you think about it, before it got on radio, that was viral underground. That
Yeah,
went
that's the
viral
thing.
because it leaked out.
Like Indian knew what he was
It
doing.
leaked out because I sent it to 1 or 2 people, and somebody forwarded it to this man. It's called Smart Man or whatever. And Smart Man forwarded the version that went popular. They even having Natlee. The version that got real popular. Exactly.
I always thought Natlee was a remix.
Right. So the version that going Natlee, and they don't even having because in the final version they going the line
It was sounding from biblical times.
Right.
Yeah.
And then going extra. It is actually the radio version. That a lot of people know is a little softer. The version that get popular that had the girls bashing out in the underground vets was just raw. It was just raw, dog. It was raw. But yeah, so yeah, that was that, man. That was pretty interesting. That was pretty interesting. And I still, Natlee still lit me up. My girl running for
Bristol.
My girl running for prime minister. She liked me. She had one. At one point, she want something. I remember. I nearly do. She nearly got this like a song out to me, but it didn't make sense. I didn't think it made sense, and I was unavailable to do it too. But at some point, Ivor get she vexed. Something happened, and my girl messaged me, Neely, you see Ivor interfere with me? I say, well, I know Natlee and whatever, and I see the video and whatever. But I was like, nah, I can't do this one right now.
Dirty Ivor, man.
Yeah, we would have had another something else, but I can't do that. I have something else to do, so that was that.
You get me, boy.
Yeah. But Natlee cool, man. Natlee, she cool, B.
Well, is anything else?
Yeah, you mentioned about EDM earlier, and I know that you used to do promoting as well.
Right.
My
you
boy
just here.
Right. What made you break away from doing promoting?
It was fun. It was fun at one point, but then, boy, listen. In anything you're going, you can't please everybody here.
Of course not.
You can't please everybody, boy. It had situations where people just find everything to complain about. I actually, Gerard and myself actually started the band Spectrum.
Oh yeah, could do before the band. Yeah.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually started Spectrum.
I think Karen was just a designer.
I actually came up with the name. I came up with the name Spectrum because of an EDM song called Spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I love that song, alright? And I was like, this would be a pretty cool name. The whole concept of it, Spectrum of color, Spectrum of sound, Spectrum of light, everything, you know what I mean? So then we brought on, after we brought on Justin and Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I chose that, yo, you gotta bring on Karen. Some about Karen fly away, they like me.
Mm-hmm. And
then after doing it for 2 years, I realized it's pretty cool. I like the concept. It's a good brand, but I don't want to do this. I don't think I want to do this or whatever. So I remember me and King Lee just backpedaled for a bit. Gerard did it for a year long, and then he backpedaled. And now Karen is the sole Spectrum person. So shout out to Spectrum.
I'm killing it.
Karen. She
Yeah.
killing it.
I never joined another band.
Yeah, she killing it. And then
you heard me?
yeah, B. Give some more coffee there.
Yeah, that done.
All right, cool. That easy. Then we did Liquid.
I know podcast.
Me and we did the Fat Liquid.
So you helped start Liquid too?
Yeah, it was me and Justin.
You used to do it when it was in Extreme, or that was...
Yeah, Justin did. Okay, you remember there was a point where before Extreme shut down, they had a closing effect. I don't know if you remember that. Right, that was Justin, I think, held that event, that event, and then after, they had new owners. And then we had this thing called SOS Saturdays. I don't know if you remember that.
That was when it was
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was right. That's what me and King used to do that there. And like it, I could be real with you. We used to had some nights where we used to go home with $5. Real talk. The profit we made was $5.
Jesus,
now,
please.
now I want you to sit down and think of drinks free for $25. And people still not coming.
Yeah, I
out.
remember I used to enjoy myself.
They know I certain men that used to be in there. The men that used to come. I know that them men don't know them men again a deal. You come for $25 and you getting good drinks. My man here could tell you for sure. And then the club shut down because of whatever reasons. And then the liquid only really blew up when we decided to move it to other. When we started moving around.
Yeah, when it was a monthly party.
Yeah, and then we started getting themes with it, like the Gaga Circus. and different things like that. So.
I mean, not the Bad Girls Club though. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Shout out to Danielle Gonzalez. She had a pretty good link that got us Amber Rose.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that was pretty interesting. So yeah, man, that was good. That was good.
I want to rap, but I want to rap with just saying. Anything else though?
No.
I just so Liquid, Spectrum, John Mohameed, Turbulence, all your production, everything that you've done, everything you've touched is have a lasting impact.
Right.
What you could say that is? Can you explain what that is?
What is now? In terms of if I'm like giving somebody advice, or just
what is about you that is this consistent theme and everything that like everything you touch somehow becomes golden in its own way.
Even at school,
Even Cawmere,
right.
down to the pranks.
boy, I know. I guess not really following the same road as everybody else. Bro, I grew up liking David Copperfield, Michael Jackson. Like, check them names though. These are people that stand out in their field, and not only stand out, but you know what I mean. Like really, and the thing like I always like the real different. I always like to go like do something real extra with different. You know what I mean? And you gotta take risk. You gotta take risk, and you go hold your heat and things sometimes. And a lot of people don't share your views at some point. Just be careful with the toes to step on, because you can mash toes at some point. But just be careful with the toes to step on. I don't know. I guess it's just circumstances made me who I am. You know that show? That show, my Bujo is very one of the most true, because that's just real, B.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. Just not really going the what's called it? Just the normal
the road
you know?
taken, the more the road not taken, less travel.
Less travel, right.
Always trying to elevate this entertainment in some way, man. Trying something different, you know what I mean?
As long as you know the amount of impact that you have had on people's lives.
Boy, I could tell you this. I found that out later down, like after I left the school.
Yeah.
And after I did certain things is when people come back.
Yeah, boy.
And say, B, you remember when? Or you'd be like, yeah, boy, remember that one, boy.
You just do these little things that people remember for life.
Right.
So that's why I want you come true.
Oh, for sure.
You talk to you, man. You understand?
I know you got so many things that I probably forget.
I know.
So anytime the man ready for the part two, I will come back again.
I bought that, man.
And I could be on your
Wednesday,
next week post
8 to 9.
Correct. You read on X.
Also on Tuesday 6 to 8, the lab exclusive on drop.com.
Tuesday,
Mega Green Shanty.
Love it.
Green Shanty.
One drop.
Yeah.
I noticed it was exclusive. I noticed y'all used to have a lot of remixes and stuff up there early.
Yeah.
I used to be like, this man, following the movement strong, boy.
Man watching, man.
Yeah, good stuff.
But that said, big up Trembalaus, Robodown Productions, Producer D.
Correct.
Big up the man for sure.
Correct, might as well, they're cool.
Yeah, man, cool, big man.
Yeah.
Come in here, space, nice AC, things good.
Yeah.
Record saying here.
This vibe nice though.
Vibe hard,
I
B.
like the acoustics in the studio too, you know what I mean? It's pretty good,
It's on.
man.
We can talk. We
can never wrap up,
We can talk there.
I was telling you, like they got so many. We could go. So many things they probably forget, and then they got other other sides to this thing that we could just
They got other
Yeah.
things about
Go
music and
on.
thing you can come back for and talk about.
That
whatever.
easy.
Right.
That's so easy.
I know podcast. We out.
Yeah, that easy.
Thanks for watching the I Know podcast, information, knowledge, and observation.
Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at I Know Podcast. We'll see you soon.